Hey, it's Silvertooth here for another video. I'm gonna kind of go over my past, who I am, because that's what this all needs to boil down. Who are you? Uh, what is your personality? Why are you into crypto? Um, and what has crypto made you? Let's just say that. Let's just go from there. How's crypto transformed you from who you are and your origins? How were you were raised? How you lived? All that stuff. So, background about me. I know a lot of very wealthy people. A lot. I have wealthy people in my family. Very wealthy people in my family. But I personally never really gave a shit about money. Never. Money was never a factor of me. Money was just a tool, and that was it. I was never. Let me give you an example. My high school sweetheart. I'm not going to say her name or anything, but her family, her dad was worth about 12 million at the time, back in the 92, 93 era. So a lot of money, a decent amount of money, and her whole family had. Businesses. I'm trying to exclude names and everything, but her whole family had businesses. One of them was selling diamonds. They owned a diamond store. I'll just say that much in my local area that's been around for 30 plus years. So everyone in the family owned businesses. And when we would get together at their Christmas party, they would say, so and so's not here because he's having to work today. And instead of everyone being like bummed out, like, oh, Uncle blah, 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 or whatever's not here, they were all like, wow, that's great of him. What a great guy. What an inspiration to us all to leave the family to grow the business. So, and that's the exact opposite of the way I was raised. Exact opposite. I got to take a drink here. But like I said, I do have wealthy people in my family. My sister's husband has a lot of wealth. A lot of wealth. The condos, the four motor speedboats, multiple houses, the interior decorators, all that stuff. She lives a very good life. I live in a mobile home trailer. I don't really care. I don't really care. But I always had this thirst for money. I always had this kind of want and inquisitive about it. It was a love-hate relationship. I wanted to have wealth, not to have fast cars and nice things. I wanted to have wealth so I could do what I want in life, right? So I could be who I am at my core, who I am. So when I got into crypto, 2016, 17 era, around then, right before the bull run I got in, I actually didn't do picks based off of what was going to make me money. What I did was I did picks off of things that I wanted to see as a husband, as a father, for a better life for my family. So I got into the thing at that time called Pillar, and I was all in on it. And if you don't know, it was your own personal blockchain where there was no way for them to hack a cloud. Everyone had their own private keys. In those private keys were stored your information. You could let people in, kick people out. All your providers would go through there, like healthcare, everything like that would go through there. That you would put an inventory of your life in there, and most importantly, no one had your digital information. Meaning, you know how you go on Google right now and they show you ads. If I talk about flip-flops and I say it out loud in front of my TV, in front of Alexa, in front of my phone, inevitably in a day or two, I will see ads for flip-flops. They're using us as bait, basically. So this was a kick in the direction, a great thing for privacy, a great thing for everything. And I got into it based off that. And I turned that 3,000 that I put in initially to about 116,000, somewhere in that area, in that time. So big win, yay. I was very humble at the time still. I was using the profits to put into things that I thought were a betterment of the future for humanity, such as food coin. I thought that was great. Food coin never came to fruition though, never. Where you could buy basically food token credits, and then when a natural disaster happened, you could send them directly to people and skip the institutions where they take a big cut of it. Like the Red Bell, that place, Their CEOs make millions of dollars. So for every dollar you put in, and I see people walking past homeless people and putting in those buckets. I'm like, you should have just gave to the homeless person. But that's my own views. That's my own thoughts. So I wanted to do better. I wanted to turn crypto into something better. I wanted to get rid of the taxes, the inflation of fiat, and I thought it was great that we'd have our own, the people's coin, the people's money, basically. I thought that was the best thing since sliced bread, because they can't use our money for taxes, which is 50% of our budget probably in the United States goes to war. Probably. So for every dollar is taken from you, it's just astronomical how much money that we do to kill people, and that's a sad thing. But it's beyond the point. The whole point was to make the world a better place. I'm a pretty humble guy. I am, and I always thought that even if I had money, I would be humble and it wouldn't change me. But the bear market happened in the 2018 era, something like that. And I went from, 3,000 to 116,000 down back to 3,000. And HEX came out, and I learned about HEX, and I got into HEX. And it was winning. It was winning all the time. And I turned what was left of that into about $1 million. So that was a big shakeup for me in my life. Because now I instantly, the whole mantra from Richard Hart was, look at these people losing, we're over here winning, don't give a shit about what you're in, just be in what makes you money. This is all about money, we're all here for just money anyway. And he kind of corrupted me with that, and I fell for it. I fell for it hard, and I'm like, yeah, why am I getting into stuff that's getting rug pulled? Why am I getting into stuff that, supposed to be better for humanity but doesn't have a future? And I bought into it, and then I won big, real big, and I quit my job. Of course, stupid thing. I quit my job at the time, which is great. I'm glad I still don't work there. I had like 60 employees. It was a suck job that took up 12, 14 hours of my day every day. But I quit my job, and I planned on retiring off of HEX stakes. That was my goal, I'm just going to perpetually work this. Because, like I said, I've been around money. I know money. I know that the best thing you can do with your money is invest it into stuff that is an asset that gives you back. So you never have to save up to buy a Porsche Cayenne. My brother-in-law has one of those. You never have to save up, or my sister's husband, whatever his name is. I've only met him twice. Once at my parents' 50th anniversary, and he came to my wedding at the courthouse. And that's the only 2 times I've met him in the last decade. Don't really care. Go live your life. That's fine. So, off track here. That's who I became. I became like, you're a poor pleb. It's that group mentality. That's sophomore. It's high schoolish, right? Haha, I'm poor, you're rich. Almost like American Psycho. You ever see that movie with American Psycho? Where the guy's just lusting for money and that's all he is, and he goes crazy, and if he sees a bum, he looks down on him, and not only does he look down on him, but he murders him for fun and sport, just because he sees him as such a low-life individual. So I never really wanted to become like that. I've seen that movie, and it's pretty creepy. But I was edging towards that. Not the murdering of bums, but just being all self-absorbed, all about me, my winnings, dunking on people, shitting on people. We're winning, you're losing, you're dumb, we're smart, like the whole saying that kicked off was, stay broke, we don't care, type thing. But, yeah, so I got sucked into that. I was like, why am I here? Why am I really here? I can have life-changing wealth, and I did have life-changing wealth, and it all went away. The bear market happened, everything went down. The story goes, HEX down 95%, sacrificed, waited a couple years for it to come out, and when it came out, it went down even 60 more percent from my, no, it went down a lot more than that from my sack. My $70,000 sack went down to about $10,000. So after having $3,000, I went up to 100,000, back down 116,000, back down to 3,000, up to 1,000,000, back down to 10,000, and I called it. So for all of you that, side note here, for all of you that think, oh, you're a gambler, I hear that all the time. It's so fucked up. Oh, you're a gambler. You should think of your family. You're wasting your money. I didn't sell boats and cars and houses to get into crypto, dude. I put in like $3,000 back in 2017, and I've been playing in the casino ever since. In 2020, I put in another $3,000 in increments through my local coin flip or whatever, but I haven't put probably over $5,000 in the whole 8-9 years I've been into crypto. So I'm not chucking money at it. I'm not selling stuff. It's not like that at all. But people twisted it and put it the way they want it, right? So I just got to the point where I wanted to win because I went from being poor to rich to poor to rich. And I just didn't care at that point in time. And I got away from who I was. My original kind thing. I'm the guy, I know you don't know this, probably very few of you know this, but the Crypto Compassion program was started because me and my family, the YouTube channel that this is on, was started back in the day because me and my family would go out and we get blankets and food kits and stuff like that, and we were going to give money to the homeless, and we did. We went all over and would try to help out. So we're trying to be a better member of society. That's me. That's who I am. Let me get a drink here. And the whole point of that, the whole reason I started that channel was trying to make a 503c, whatever it is, where you could donate to me. I could take zero money from that. Inventory it, put it on the blockchain so people know I wasn't stealing, and I could buy blankets, clothing, socks, food, medical, things like that, and I could videotape it completely as proof where everything went, every transaction, and I could actually do a difference in my community. That's the whole Crypto Compassion. That's what started, and it flunked because I found out there were so many hoops you have to jump through. You have to be registered. You have to do all this. The blockchain wasn't enough, and the blockchain should have been enough because it's a direct transaction of where everything went from that. But it wasn't. But that's who I am, man. That's who I am. I'm a pretty decent guy that would give you the shirt off his back, right? And crypto, throughout that, kind of translated me and corrupted me into that egotistical macho, I'm a winner, you're a loser, and I'm going to win. And the funny thing is, it took a bear market. It took years, like 2-3 years, and being in HEX, and it just being down, where you couldn't HEX flex. Remember that? HEX flex? Where you'd buy something and take a picture, put it online, and be like, look, I got a new boat. Hex bought me a house. You're all broke plebs because you're not in it. Hex, you know, it's just another one of those, haha, we win, you lose type thing. Immaturity. So there wasn't a lot of that. So for 3 years, I was just the loser that held Hex. That's all I was. So I kind of wanted out to begin with from that. And then there was the whole point of Richard followed me from a very early date for years, and that was pretty awesome. And then I said something off key, and it wasn't talking about other crypto or anything. I was talking about being prepared for your family because I like to prep. Not so much now, but I like to have people for emergencies, to have food, water, etc. if a hurricane happens or whatever. And I was talking about that, and block hammer. And this was after I had tried to create 5. Okay, we'll get into 5 here in a moment. So I was like, wow, I'm doing this in tribute of the dude, and he's going to block me. Why am I trying to help someone who doesn't like me, care about me, trust me, and just why? Why am I doing this, right? Because at one point in time he made me rich, and then I've been poor for 3 years after. My own doing, my own fault. I know I should have cashed out at the $1 million range. But this was probably a lesson for me on how to handle money, because I've never had it. I've never had probably more than 5,000 in my possession. If I sold everything I had, my house, my car, everything, it probably wouldn't be over 10 grand. That's just the way it is. I'm poor. I make 30,000 a year, something like that, and I work, 40, 60 hours a week. There's just my own fault. My own fault completely. I should have gone to college, should have done all this or that. But I like where I'm at. I like my job. I like where I am right now. So that's why I haven't got a better job. A lot of rambling in this video, I know. So I created this coin in recognition of it. And being me who I am, I tried to make it the Robin Hood that it was. I'm like, why? I can create money out of thin air. I can create all these tokens. I can give them out as an airdrop for free. And all they have to do is basically give me their address. And people from third world countries, people from all over the world, basically anyone who was poor and wanted money could have gone address, create wallet address, and they would have got a lot of tokens worth who knows how much, right? Speculation there. Don't expect the work of others type thing. So I also knew that I couldn't make a dime off that. There was never an agenda to make one single iota of a dime on 5. It was just a tribute to people in HEX. It was a tribute to people who needed free money. And that was it. So I had in there that I was going to get 26 million out of 555 million coins. And I was going to get it at the end. You can go through my Twitter. You can see the whole game theory of everything that I did. But I didn't do that because I knew that I couldn't take a dime of it. If I took a dime of it, the SEC would be all over my ass, which is why pretty much everyone who's a founder in crypto gets fucked with the SEC. So I didn't want a dime. It was always my plan to give away that 26 million. And my original plan was to give it to Richard Hart, but he kind of shit on me because right after I posted that I was doing 5, he basically said, we don't need any meme coins. We don't need anything like that. We have what's mine, and that's it, and that's good. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to give it to him. He's just going to dump it and destroy it, even though it was a tribute and based on that. So I didn't do that. I didn't want to do that. And my goal was to find a way to give it away. So one of those millions I was going to give away to the people that created the art. And the other one, I was going to do a charity to a like-minded person like me. Meaning that someone with a good heart in crypto was going to get all 25 million tokens, be a 5% holder of it, and be a majority holder in the whole ecosystem. That was the game plan. So fast forward to a few days ago, and I wanted to see if there was any good people left. Any good people in HEX, right? So I went out there and I did the American Psycho. I did the, hey sir, can you borrow me a dime? I'm broke. I need some money. And whoever was the first one to donate to me off of that campaign was going to get all the tokens. They were going to get 26,000,005 tokens. All my stash. I wasn't going to take a dime from it because I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be the next Sam Bankman-Fried, anything like that. This was all just a tribute and me playing Robin Hood. That's all it was. Not one of you donated $1. And it's amazing that if you had donated $1, I wouldn't have left HEX. And you would have got a lot more than $1 in return. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Not one of you. There was people that said, gee, bud, I'd like to help, but I'm kind of broke right now. I can't really get you. Maybe later I'll get you. I'm like, all right. Well, they kind of got a good heart, Walking up to a bum on the street or something and saying, yeah, I'll get you next time is just kind of a cop-out. But then there was the diehard group, the people that are core believers that are like, that just wanted to rip on me. And I'm like, dude, you don't even know this is a test. You're going to get free shit. All you had to do was send me $1, you dumb fuck. That was it. All you had to do was say, have a heart, man. This guy's down on his luck. I want to help him out just a little bit. And boom, you would have owned the whole meme coin. And I just got a bad taste in my mouth because people were like, you're a big fucking crybaby and you're a loser and you sold the bottom. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to help you motherfuckers out right now, right? That's all I'm trying here. And not one of you of my subscribers, my followers, my watcher sent $1 bill. That's all it would have taken. So I'm like, you know what? I'm probably not in the right arena. This probably isn't me as Silvertooth. That's who I am. I try to be a decent guy. I try to be caring. I try to help others out. I try to leave people better than I met them. Try to lift people up. Try to do charity. Things like that. And I'm like, and I turned into this greedy American Psycho cocksucker that's wanting to Arabian goggles people when I win and they lose. Ha ha ha, Rochambeau, you know? And I'm like, I don't need to be a part of this system anymore. If I don't win, great, that's fine. That's fine. My life goes on. It's the same, exact same. That's fine. Nothing changes. It's all good. But if I do win, I don't want to be that cocksucker that's flashing Rolexes and cars and all that and just talking about how much better they are than other people. Because that's cringe. That really is, you know. I'm not going to say capitalism is worst because I believe in capitalism. Capitalism is great. But I'm saying that it can turn some people into monsters. And I didn't want to go that. So I decided to leave the community completely. I killed 5 token, deleted it, gone. Deleted the list, gone. You could have had some. And I didn't want to do any more videos or promote the pure greed that it was. And it's not everyone, right? Don't get me wrong. It's not everyone. There are nice people in there. There are supportive people in there. I know it's a small percentage. Well, it's not a majority of percentage of the HEX holders, but it's kind of the motto. It's kind of the mascot of HEX. To be a douchebag, to get rich, and to dunk on people. All right? That's it. So, one of the other things that kind of threw me over was the whole HEX thing. I mean, HEX had me teetering at that point. When Richard Hart was saying before, HEX going to be top 3 on the charts, it's going to be great, and I know so many motherfuckers put in money to that, thinking that they were following what Richard Hart said. And then no matter what Richard Hart said, he kind of shot it in the head. No matter what Richard Hart said, he can always come back and be like, I was playing 5D chess. That was it. Like, no, you fucking wrecked people, dude. You told people the fucking, your shit was going to be top 3, top 5. Wouldn't it be great if we destroyed everything else? And I'm going to destroy everything else. And then he shot it in the foot. And a lot of people lost out. And I know people will come back and say, you only lost if you sell, man. You only lost if you sell. But it was that, didn't trust him after that. So that's when I decided to do the whole, here's my donation address, I'm really hard up, I'm really hurting, type thing, to see if anyone was generous, had gratitude, generosity, if there were still good human beings in the crypto space. And there are. There's a lot of other communities in crypto that do not dunk when they win. Not. And there's a lot of people in crypto communities that I'm friends with that their coin has been down 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, and they don't go all, I was going to say Planet of the Apes, but that's not the movie. The little boys on the island where they're throwing rocks at each other, they don't go all shit. They don't. We went ape shit when HEX went down because we were told that statistically, mathematically, number only go up. So We went from Hexaco to Lord of the Flies. That's it, I think. Where the little boys got trapped on the island, did their own ecosystem, split up, and then fought each other in war. The destruction of man type thing. So, I decided to get out. Now, I don't want to go back and do 1,000 videos. I don't want to shit talk Hexicans. I don't. Just go win. Go win. And they're like, yeah, you sold the bottom. It's a bottom signal. Good. Go buy. Go buy. Go win. Go win. If that's what you want, if that's the crowd you want to run with, the personality, if you consider that being a winner as a human being, so be it. Go do it. But I got off track. I got off kilter. And greed is a drug. Greed was the drug that I was addicted to, not alcohol. I haven't done alcohol in months, not weed. I haven't done weed in 3 months. You know, it's not like that. Greed was the addiction. And greed can change a person. So I think I learned a valuable lesson here. And if I do win in this next market, and I'll still participate, I'll still put in money. I'll put money in again. I'll put in my $3,000 and try to make $1 million again. But I want to have a different attitude about it. I want a different change. I don't want to be fancy or flashy about it. I don't want that karma on my head where I gotta show off, right? That was the thing. I went from acting like Pee Wee Herman to acting like James Bond. A real bad motherfucking pussy-getting motherfucker. That ain't me. I'm a family dude. I'm not like that. And on top of that, my care level for other human beings went down. Almost to the point where if other people failed and I won, it was okay. And I know that's what we are. We're the animal kingdom, and we are gonna fight each other. We're gonna. It's all a struggle, but it doesn't have to be. There's a lot of good people out in the world that are rich. There's a lot of prosperity out there beyond what you see. Definitely. And there's basically wealth for all. Basically. It can be that way. You can have a good life. There can be abundance. I know this. So, I'm not really worried about it. I'm set either way. I still have the roof over my head. I still got vehicles. I still do my daily thing, pay my bills, hang out with my family, do what I can. So, I'm good. I'll be all right. I don't think on my deathbed I'll ever be like, but I didn't get 10 mil. I'm not going to make it. No. So, I'm going to go off on my own. I'm going to go with communities not based on their morals, but based on my morals, if that makes sense. I'm going to go off communities that I can thrive with. That doesn't mean they have to be Jesus coin that saves the world. That just means that the basis, the mentality, and the feelings in there is not based solely on greed. It's based on something else. It could be just teamwork. It could be anything. I'm just saying. I'm going to use that as a guiding light for sure in my next one. I'm going to be true to myself. And really, I've already won. I've already won the crypto game. You know, I'm basically the prodigal son returns here in crypto. I was the good guy, turned into the evil guy, and I just want to be the good guy again. And if I win, I win. That's fine. So, that's it. That's my whole 30-minute spiel, my whole story to you. I don't know how many crypto videos I want to do because, like I said, I've killed this channel a few times because I don't want to be famous. Once I get over 5, 7, 8,000 subs, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't. I'd rather be in the shadows. But I wanted to give you all an explanation. I think that there'll be some things coming up with the court through Richard Hart that may change some stuff. either for the good or the worse. Just keep your eye out, be vigilant, do what you want. I'm not giving any foreshadowing or forewarning because I don't know the future. That's why I don't do chart videos anymore. I don't want to guess if tomorrow's going to be a good or a bad day. I just want to live today for the day it is. All right. You all have a wonderful day out there. Peace. Take this as a lesson to help other people. Not be so selfish, not be greed motivated, and base your stuff on helping other people. And don't be so self-centered that you think this world is just about you. We are all one. We are all a community. No man is an island on his own. No man is self-made. He either learned that information or that skill or got passed down to. Like I said, he wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for two people getting together to create him or her. So keep that in mind, and be kind to each other. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.